Despite having a lot of manga at home, sometimes I get an itch to haul something. But instead of going to the bookstore, I decided to go to the library. I've been trying my hardest not to overspend on manga, and one of my goals for this particular year was to read older shoujo series, especially the out of print titles. Excuse my finger, I am a millennial and I forgot that my finger was there when I was recording this, but back to what I was saying. Since I didn't grow up reading manga as a child, now I'm having to revisit the older series, the series that a lot of people grew up reading back when they were in their formative years, but now I'm having to read it as an adult for the first time, which I don't mind at all. I mean, better late than never. So at this library, there's a lot of older titles like From Far Away, which is rumored to be getting an anime adaptation this year. Unfortunately, here at the South Chula Vista Library, they only had volume 12 of this series available. I would love to read this series before the anime airs, but if I can't find it because it is out of print, then it's no big deal. Just flipping through the pages, the artwork looks really cool, so I feel like I will really enjoy this series. I'm just glad that we're getting a lot more action fantasy series animated, especially this year. It seems like we're really in our shoujose renaissance era, that's for sure. So I'm really excited about this, but unfortunately no volume 1, so I cannot just pick up and read this series. I was interested in checking out possibly Sand Chronicles. This was actually the reason why I even came to this library, because I remember from a few months ago when I did my library tours video, they did have a lot of Sand Chronicles. But perhaps I find a series that I want to read more than Sand Chronicles. So here is the back of the bookshelf. They do have Mars at this library, they just don't have volume 1 available, unfortunately. I did start flipping through Life, which caught my eye, and damn, the drama in the series looks intense. Again, since I didn't grow up reading manga, a lot of these older titles that people grew up reading are brand new to me, but I like it in a way because it really makes my childhood wonder and curiosity peek through as an adult. Now, for those of you that have followed me for a while, they know that I love a good one-shot. And this one, the title definitely caught my attention. Train Man just sounded really silly. So I started flipping through to see if it would be something that I would be interested in reading at the library, and it definitely looked like I would enjoy it. Here we have some old copies of Hanakimi, since I've been enjoying the anime so much. Another series that I really do want to read when I get the time is Nodame Cantabile, which was published in English by Del Rey Manga, but I don't feel like they translated everything. It's a 25 volume series and I've never seen anything higher than like volume 2 or 3. So although I did grab Train Man, I wanted to see if I could find an adult graphic novel section at this library, and unfortunately they do not have one. They're just limited to the teen section, but still they have a good variety, especially of out of print titles, so I'm not going to complain too much. Out of curiosity, I wanted to see if any other libraries nearby had volume 1 of Sand Chronicles, and this is when I discovered that it's been since May of 2024 since the last time someone checked out Sand Chronicles, and unfortunately the volume 1s, somebody checked them out in 2 different Chula Vista libraries and never returned them. So with my banana bread coffee, I grabbed a seat and enjoyed Train Man. So the premise of this manga is so funny. So it's basically an otaku that wants to find love. He wants to prove that even an otaku can find true love. So this is Watakoi before Watakoi even happened. I feel like this is gonna be such a silly read. And it did end up being a silly read, but I really enjoyed it. It definitely brought me back to the early 2000s and chat forums. It had a lot of early 2000s chat lingo as well, which was really funny to revisit all these years later. As for the romance, it was pretty cliche, but in a good way. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything too deep. The story was essentially a nerdy poor otaku bumps into a rich pretty girl. He starts crushing on her, then they become friends, and then eventually, you know, the romance blossoms. So unfortunately, while I was enjoying Train Man, I overheard through the speakers that we only had 30 minutes left because they do close libraries at 5 p.m. on Fridays. And this is when I went back to the manga section and decided to check out the entirety of Sand Chronicles. At this library, they had volumes 2 through 10, so almost the entire collection, and thankfully volume 1 was available to read completely free on Biz's website, which definitely came in clutch. I was finally able to cross off Sand Chronicles from my manga wish list, like manga bucket list, whatever you want to call it. For those of you that haven't read Sand Chronicles, this is a very beloved series, and it also is an award-winning series. The creator Hinako Ashihara won the 50th Shogakukan Manga Award because of Sand Chronicles. And I will have to film a separate video because I have now read the entirety of the series since filming this video. It had been a while since I actually binged through a series as quickly as I did, but I found myself really getting invested in Sand Chronicles and enjoying the story, so do expect a video on Sand Chronicles to be posted probably in the beginning of March. I just really love that series and I hope other people do check it out. So overall, I feel like this library trip was a complete success. I left the library very happy and with a receipt that looked like I shopped at CBS. Thanks for watching, see you next time!